college.
Wait, this is, what, 41?
41.
Oh, this is a college picture.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a college picture.
Hold on, I gotta ask about this, because it says he was born in Queens, New York.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I thought he grew up in Lombard. So,
He did.
so he was born, his family lived in New York when he was born,
Well,
or?
when my mother-in-law came over from Austria, her three sisters were in New York, so she stayed there, and that's where she met Dad Crippen. And so
Okay.
they lived there for a while, but then he said he wanted to go home where family was, his family. So they came to Lombard.
Okay.
And he grew up in, I don't know what year it was, but Gil was born here.
Okay.
Ray was older, so Ray and Laurie were born in New York.
Huh.
So,
I didn't know that.
right.
New York boy. You were born in Chicago. So you were both born in big cities and then moved out to the suburbs.
Yeah.
That's nice. So he went to college in, remind me, was it Peoria?
Yes, he finished college in, what was it?
Bradley.
Bradley,
There you go.
yeah.
Okay. Cool, cool.
It's after the war. And then this might be my birth certificate then.
Yeah, because
Is it?
Arthur Litchfield is listed
Yeah.
as the father there.
I don't know who the mother was.
Well, you'll have to ask him.
I don't want to see her middle name if they've got it there. I think it was Jane.
What, your mother's middle name?
Yeah, I can't remember. Is it there?
This says Dorothy Schilling.
Oh, just Dorothy Shelley. Okay. Let me give her middle name. Okay,
All right.
now,
So this says Betty Crippen came from this village, Brixlig, Austria.
yeah.
Brixlig, Austria. I'll look that up when I get home.
Now let's see. Now I have to see who these people are. I don't know.
Oh, this one's Charles.
Oh, that's his dad.
Yes, I've got a picture of him dressed as a knight for some reason.
Oh, and then there's writing with who these are.
Right. So this lists them as Stuart Samuel Crippen, George Alexander Crippen, Charles Henry Crippen,
That's him.
and Margaret Ann Elizabeth Crippen,
Right. They-
and then in parentheses Babcock.
Right. This is his sister and his brothers.
Okay, so the little one here is Charles,
Charles.
which is him, which is my grandfather's father.
Right.
And that's him as a,
Yeah.
oh, wow. So where would this have been taken, this picture of them as little kids?
Where did they live? Norwood Park.
Norwood Park? Is that a Chicago
Illinois.
suburb?
Yeah.
Okay. So his father grew up in the Chicago suburbs. His mother came from Austria.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Let me turn it.
Yes.
Okay, now.
Lawrence and Raymond Crippen. Okay,
Right.
so these are, which one? I don't remember the ages. Gil was the youngest, right?
Yeah.
Lawrence was the middle child. So then the
Ray.
baby in here has got to be Lawrence,
Lawrence,
if the older one is Ray.
Right.
Man,
Ray was born,
that's adorable.
let's see, Laurie was born in 1918, and he was 16 months older than Ray. I mean, Ray was 16 months older than he was.
Okay, so this on the left, it says, is Betty holding her son Lawrence.
Yeah.
So that is my great-grandmother,
Right.
Betty. And that's Lawrence as a little bitty. He was so cute.
Yeah, I thought so.
I have a copy of that picture at home. I just didn't have all the names written down properly. It's just written in hand on the
I
back.
think the names are here for that.
Yes. Yusa, Johanna, Betty Crippen's sisters, and their children. So top row, left, holding her son Lawrence, and Monica, her sister, holding Raymond for her.
Yeah.
So
Raymond-
this one is Ray. Okay, so
Okay.
these would be taken at the same time then.
Right. Monica had no children.
Got it. And then, oh, this is all three of them there. So
Yeah.
Lawrence, Raymond, and Gil. Dressed as a little sailor. Didn't Gil actually join the Navy, or no? Or was it the Air
He was
Force?
in the Air Corps. He flew B-25s. He was over in Italy bombing Hungary, Germany.
Okay, and so this is my grandfather, sitting in a little suit, and that's his old brother, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
He got his doctorate in chemistry. Brilliant man, absolutely brilliant.
Ray did.
He had discovered this cream that you put on your hair little by little. The men used it to turn the gray hair brown.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he did that.
Okay.
And
Didn't he work for
and-
Budweiser, too?
To where?
Budweiser. Didn't he develop the
He didn't go to Budweiser.
no?
No, he was at DuPont.
Okay.
And then he I say he invented these, but then the company takes it over.
Right.
Aspercreme was his.
Okay.
And those were the two things that he got bonuses for.
So that's the house he grew up on in Lombard?
Yeah.
On Charlotte Street. Oh, that's where the fire station is. That's right. I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Okay. And then this is the three boys outside their house there. It's a little shady. And these are my great-grandparents, Charles and Betty. Any idea roughly when this picture was taken? It's a little bit later by the look of it.
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know.
Is this them also?
I don't know.
Is it doesn't look like it's the same people.
Yeah, that's Charlie and Betty.
Is it? Okay. All right. Looks like going white early is runs in the family there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Laurie got gray in his 40s,
Okay.
and so did Tom and Larry. No, I can't read. You'll have to read those. I don't know what they say.
Well, this is Larry, and that's his little brother Gil.
Oh,
This says Ray Crippen, his mother, Gil and Laurie Crippen, standing in front of their home, picture of their home. So, all right, this is the house. And that's, I guess this would be Ray. That'd be Gil in the back there, and that would be Laurie, and that is their mother.
okay.
So that's probably Charles taking the picture, if I had to guess. That's the family. It looks like he's a teenager in this shot.
Could be.
Yep, 1936.
Yeah.
What year was he born?
1918.
Okay. Wow. Near somebody falling down on the ice. That's him, though. I can tell by the hairline.
Right. He
Man,
was
he's
a good ice
identifiable.
skater.
Oh, he's a swimmer, too, here. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's scuba diving. Oh, my gosh. So doing the scuba thing. Wow, so he could scuba dive, he could ice skate, he could fly, he was an architect and engineer,
And he played handball.
and the harmonica.
Yeah.
Is there anything he couldn't do?
No. Well, no, that's true, because he made up his mind to do something. He would study if he had to go. He used to go to the college library and read when he was an engineer about different things. And he says, he come home, he says, I thought I was right. So, there's your great grandpa.
And he's on the top of,
The Tribune
isn't that
Tower,
Chicago?
right?
Yeah, the Wrigley Building.
The Wrigley Building.
June 8, 33. Wow. That's terrifying.
Yeah, isn't it? And that's where Aaron gets it from.
Oh, no doubt. It's got to come from somewhere. It's
Yeah.
ability to be fearless in the face of obvious death.
He never worried about it. I mean, he came home and told Betty, I didn't know him then, and he said, oh yeah, it was just one of those things you do. I mean,
Okay, one of those things I will never do.
me too. I don't, the second step of the ladder I don't like.
Oh my gosh. 'Cause this is the ladder he had to take to get to the flagpole.
Yeah.
So he had to climb this building, take this set of stairs, get on the roof, get a ladder up to the pole, and then climb to the top of it.
Yeah.
Did he? Is he just doing that for a picture? Like, hey, when I get up there,
Well, I don't know. I don't know why.
gotta wonder where the other person is taking the
It
picture.
could be someone said, "Oh, I wonder if anybody could have their picture taken up there." Oh, that would be him saying yes.
Oh, we know what runs in the family.
Yeah, don't tell Aaron.
Aaron, I've seen him like he can get hit by a car, get set on fire.
Yeah.
Like, well, he's learned how to do it safely. It's an amazing little art form. It's like
Yeah.
choreography.
What is this? He's up. He must be painting something.
Charles Crippen, steeplejack, in Boatswain's chair as he gave cornice on Otis. Cornice? I don't know what that word is. On Otis Building, LaSalle and Madison Streets. Its annual inspection yesterday. He is 16 stories above the ground. Okay, so this is him.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess this is the photo that's taken from.
Yeah, must be.
16 stories above the ground. Wow. Wow. And that's November 25th of 34. Well, the Chicago Tribune's older than I thought.
Yeah.
So I could see
He
it.
put it on, and as long as Ellsworth pumped, he got air.
Wait, he built his own scuba rig? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's old school. Let's see. The caption says, Lawrence Crippen and Ellsworth Burland looking over the diving helmet they made. They worked hard on the helmet, and it was quite an accomplishment when they got it to work. Lawrence, Ellsworth, and Raymond had a lot of fun with it. So he was like 1940s Iron Man, building his own equipment. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust anything I built to save my life going underwater like that. So, did he learn all this engineering stuff in college, or did he learn this as a kid and just learn more of it in college?
As a kid, he liked engineering, and he would try to read things, I guess, about things like this.
Okay.
And knowing him, he went to the library, and so
That's
he
pretty
read
amazing.
a lot. Let's see.
More
here-
scuba shots.
Who is this? Oh, this is Ray, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, Ray is going to try it, and it worked. He was still around, and I don't think I'd like my kids doing that. And there goes Lori trying it.
Apparently it worked because they they survived.
Here's a picture of the family.
Oh, this is all of them in Lombard. Gilbert, his dad, Charles, Betty, their mother, Lawrence, and Raymond. Okay, so this is everybody. It looks like he's somewhere in the college age here.
Probably.
When did he graduate high school?
He didn't. He only went 2 years. Dropped out, helped work so that Ray could go to college.
Okay.
And then he decided, okay, now I want to go. So when Ray was in his junior year, he was getting paid for helping the chemistry teacher. He knew so much about chemistry.
Wow.
So he says, come on up. So he said, I got to finish high school. He says, well, come on up. So he got up there, and they said, no, we'll take you if you're smart as your brother. Well, he was getting B's, and because math is one of his favorite subjects. It's live rule. So he was there for 2 years. Then the war broke out, and he quit and signed up right away because he didn't want to get an infantry. He wanted the Air Force. So
Wow.
he left December 7th, 41 was when we were bombed, and he left for Kelly Field in Texas, January 2021. That's quick.
Yeah.
And then they had so many people enlisting. The men, when Ray or Gil signed up, he had to wait 2 months.
Wow.
So everybody was the country was together then. They'll never have that again. Not with this hatred.
Yeah. Things are kind of falling apart, but here he is with some of his college buddies. Let's see if
Yeah,
we can-
that's college.
Man, that's classic.
And he was in ROTC.
Now, was it in high school he started taking flying lessons at the that Lombard Field?
No, he started when he was 16. And he
Okay.
used to go clean up the lawn, whatever, the hangars, whatever they wanted him to do. And then they would write down how much, he would never take any money. Then when he had enough for a flying lesson, they'd take him up. And he got his pilot's license the next year. Oh, then he would have been 17, I guess, when he got it.
Wow.
I think he even went earlier than 16. He did.
So he got his pilot's license when he was 17?
No, it was 16.
16.
Because he used to go there for, I think, well, I don't know how long. This is Lombard Airport.
Speaking of which, here he is in an airplane, yeah. So who owns the airplane that we're looking at here? Was that like somebody that he worked for at the airfield?
It was probably at the airfield. I don't know.
Did he ever own his own airplane?
No. Yes, he did. They owned two of them. He and four fellas bought two planes.
These pictures are fantastic.
Now, this must have been in college, because he's taller here. It wasn't when he was a kid.
Yeah. He was a tall guy. How tall was he? He was more than 6 feet, I know that. He was taller than I am. That's where Tom gets it.
I think it was 6'2", if I'm not mistaken, or 6'1", I don't know.
So it says it's 41 at Waco at Drake U.
Okay. Yeah, that's when he was in college then.
It says Lori in the plane, the instructor standing beside the plane ready to get in. Okay, so that's him in the cockpit there.
Yeah.
And that's his teacher.
Yeah.
Wow. Single engine biplane.
Okay.
Frank Arlaska? College friend?
This was all, I guess, from some school. This is Gene. His friend. He knew Gene from kindergarten on.
Okay.
And when he was in the
Gene Dalton.
Air Force too, but he was a mechanic. He
Okay.
signed up to be a mechanic to fix them because he didn't. He says, "I don't like flying."
Stayed on the ground.
Yeah. And then
Where'd Gene live?
she was staying at Laurie's house, in his mother's house. Her father had been killed, and so her mother and her moved in with her for a little while. They were there about 6-7 months before they went back to Sebula.
Her father had been
And
killed
she
how?
worked. She got a job then, so it was during the war.
Well, did her father die in the war?
No, he was a railroad man, and I don't know how, but they never talked about it. They just said he got killed.
Okay.
So,
That's your cousin-in-law.
yeah, Jean Glick.
And that's you. Is that real fur? I imagine. I don't know if they had fake fur in the 40s.
She was a lovely gal. She just died Bertie sent me an email 2 years ago, I guess it was.
Gene Hardwick.
Yeah. Then she married.
He's got a camera in his hands. I forgot. He is a photographer. You built a darkroom in your basement, right?
Yeah,
My goodness, he did everything.
yeah. We did our own pictures.
It's back when men were men and women wore fur. A better America then.
No, there's just Jean and I again. This was taken
this
at
handsome
one of
couple?
those machines you put a quarter in,
Yeah.
because we were waiting for the train to come. He was going to Texas, so I was there to wish him goodbye. So
Waiting for him to leave as a cadet in the Air Corps. So this is January 21st of 42.
Mm-hmm.
But then you would join him in Texas like 6 months later, right?
not
June?
in Texas. In Texas, Houston. We were married. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this is you guys. You guys were a cute couple. And then this is
My
your
dad
parents?
and my mom. I think that's my mom.
Looks like it.
Yeah. My brother.
Oh wow. Okay, so this is 41. So that's what he would have looked like in high school.
Yeah.
Okay, because I told you I got the York yearbook.
Oh.
But any of the pages that he's on, he's just part of a crowd, and I can't even see their faces.
Oh.
So I didn't have any
There
decent
he
pictures
is.
of him, but there he is.
Yeah, he had curly hair then. And when his gray hair came in, it was straight, and he was so good. He hated curly hair.
Now, this outfit you're wearing here, is that like what you would wear to work?
Yeah,
Okay. It's nice.
those
Professional.
We used to dress then.
Yes.
And hats. We have hats and gloves. We wore. Oh, this was at my aunt's. This is her garden.
It says, Elizabeth Schilling, my grandma, my mother's mother, married my uncle Charlie Litchfield, my grandpa Litchfield's brother, in 1940. So my uncle became my uncle Grandpa Litchfield.
Yeah. So I had two Grandma Elizabeth Litchfields.
Man, it's hard to keep track of the family tree when the names keep repeating. And then when you wind up with an Uncle Grandpa.
Right. Oh, that's just me.
Okay, hold on. So it says, this is a proof from the pictures Betty had taken to send to Larry.
Yeah.
So you got like some studio shots to send to your man in the
Yeah.
military? Mm-hmm. Was he Army or Air Force? Just Air Force?
He was in the Air Force, yeah.
Okay.
He was a cadet, learning to fly their planes. Then he was an instructor after that.
Oh, I see it. Man. See, for me, I look at these pictures and I'm like, all right, who in the family do I recognize with, the eyes and the, who does
Yeah.
that look like to me? I'm like, oh. Oh.
He says, honest to Pete, what's the matter with people? I'm going to marry you, nobody else. I mean, you should have read the letter. It was a
Wait a minute.
2-page letter about it.
His brother came down to visit and brought his wife. His wife brought her cousin,
Her sister.
her sister.
Yes, Gladys.
He tried to hook.
And Gladys had no idea either. I saw her later. Oh, this is an 18-9.
Oh, wow.
That was that was when he was in advanced class at Houston.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. And just more pictures.
Any idea how many different kinds of planes he flew? I imagine there's quite a lot.
Well, let's see. The BT was what he instructed in. The PT primary was a smaller plane. I don't have a picture of it. I should have. It's a Fairchild. And then he flew. Well, he learned on a Cub, and then he flew he instructed in basic training for a year, and then we were shipped to Roswell. And then he had to learn how to fly the 17, so he could teach that. Then the B-29 came in. He had to learn how to do that, so he could teach that. So that was it. So
Quite a lot.
yeah, well, plus what he had learned in college, he flew. Oh, this is his cousin. She and I went down to visit him, and
Are you in to visit him?
yeah. He was,
Oh, it says May.
yeah. And then we were married in July. We had a shower for the May.
Wait, so when did you get engaged? The timeline is. I didn't remember this trip in the timeline. That's why I'm confused here.
When was I?
Because you had started dating like the previous spring
Right, yeah.
or early summer, something like that.
Yeah.
So when did he call and ask you to marry him? That was after he was in the Air Force.
He kept calling and asking me to marry him, and I says, well, we better wait. And,
Oh, he asked more than once?
Oh, gosh, yes.
You said no. Or at
And
least.
so finally, when we went down to see him, I was so happy to see him, and I was so lonesome. I went back, and he called, and he says, when are you coming down so we can get married? I said, okay, when? I think he almost dropped over. There's a pause. so then I went down. And,
Okay.
I had 5 showers.
Now this is you at home here, and then
Yeah,
whose basement are you in here?
and that was in my aunt's.
Was it Aunt Ruth?
Yeah,
Okay,
Ruth Jacobs. And my grandparents were there, and my cousins were there.
that's nice. And then who is this?
This is when we were married.
Oh, that's the two of you on your. Okay. Is that actually on your wedding day?
No, I don't know when that was.
I mean, the caption says our wedding day, but I didn't know.
Okay, maybe it was then.
So that would be like an official wedding photo. Mm-hmm. You both look very happy. That may be the biggest smile I've ever seen on him. Very nice. So you got married on the Air Force Base, is that right? Like in a...
Yeah, the chaplain married us.
Okay.
That's what that says. And then my grandparents had a 50th wedding anniversary, and so I sent them a telegram. And on that.
So this is your grandparents
Yeah.
in the middle, and then these are your mom and dad.
Yeah, this is his
flanking them.
mother and father. That's
Gotcha.
my dad.
That's their 50th.
Yeah.
So that was in 42. So that was the same year. So you
Yeah.
got married on their 50th anniversary, or around there.
But I don't know what they were.
It just says summer.
Summer. Well, it was. It was in July. They were married, but I don't remember the date. Now this is the B-29 again.
Here's,
That's what he was still flying, and he was still a cadet. So this was where I was staying.
and this is the two of you in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. So you had a house in Houston.
No, no, he was on the base. He could only get off for weekends. He was a cadet.
Okay.
And I was rooming and boarding at a house. There were about 3 or 4 of us, cadets' wives, there.
Interesting.
So, and then just more pictures.
Oh. So this you guys looks like on Air Force Base again?
Mm-hmm.
In uniform. You're helping him adjust his wings. Very helpful.
Yeah. And then here,
Air Force diploma.
and another one. And then just more. Oh, this was in Galveston then. We went to Galveston. Graduation was over with. The parents had gone. And so we were in...
So this is somebody else's wedding. It says you stood up for Bob and Ruth when they got married.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then 2 years later, I got a letter from her that they were divorced.
2 years later.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what happened, so I never wrote her back.
Hollywood marriages.
Oh, this is when at the courthouse. This is his parents and my parents. They came for the graduation.
Oh, nice. Well, actually, that's you, right?
Yeah. Right next
And then
to my
that's
dad.
your dad. So is your mom taking the picture, probably?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
And then here's a picture of her.
There's everybody. Take it turns. I could Photoshop that all together.
And then
Oh, that's him with the flight helmet on. I've never seen that. Lieutenant Crippen.
yeah.
Now that's a nice picture. The Hollywood smolder. Man, look good in uniform.
Yeah.
This cheesy grin, that's fantastic. Very nice. How many years in the Air Force? Was it 4? Because he entered in the
Until
end.
the war. He entered in 41.
Yeah, the end of
and
41.
Was, discharged in October 45.
Okay.
So 3, yeah. No, here's, this is, we called it the CCC camp. We could only find a big, this was a huge house, and the 6 of us lived there together. And I had picked up a puppy, and my
Buddy.
And Buddy was like, thanks, little Buddy.
So you were with the Connollys, the Coyles, and Crippens, and that's why it's Triple C Camp.
Yeah. Here's a picture of it, I think, yeah.
Yep.
We had this wing.
There's the dog. That's October of 42.
Then we found, this was in Livingston, then we found a house in Merced, and we had this one. It's very nice. This is the picture after he got shot.
Well, hold on. Which one is Gil?
Um,
I'm guessing it's the one in the middle. But
I think it's him, isn't it? Or maybe it's just his group.
no, it says that the tail gunner is just below Gil in the picture. So-
he's the guy that was shot then.
So that's got to be Gil on the top there.
Yeah.
That looks like him. It's just hard with the shadows. Mm-hmm. Wait, so their plane is the 8-ball? That's interesting. So this is their plane. That's why they're in front of this?
Mhm. B-25.
I'm going to have to look that up and see if I can find anything about it. Okay.
So, which pen is this?
That is a big plane.
What does it say?
It doesn't. It says 28242.
B-29. It's a B-29.
That's a lot of plane. Do you have any comments or questions? For those of you listening along, my mother Janice is standing here. Feel free to chime in. You were there for more of this than I was.
About this, but
This picture is from an air show in Oshkosh.
Oh,
So that's a B-29
that's after the war then.
significantly.
Yeah. And then France.
This was a better picture of it. So
And here he is. Here's you
He
can
was in the
get
Navy.
their reports, their records, which Bud did, and he gave them to me. Here's my dad. I'm in the middle, and there's Bud. Bud, and he put his sailor's uniform on, and it fit him.
nice. Wow. You need a drink?
These are all my dad's records.
Okay.
And I think these,
Oh, yeah. Wow.
there's a lot of them. I think there's, yeah. And then there's my mom and dad.
It's Dallas in 45.
And here's
That's what I
Bud.
recognize from the home movies.
And then he just joined, because when he was 18, he joined.
Wow.
He had finished a year of college, waiting for, because my dad wouldn't sign for him.
So your brother joined the Air Force? Or the Navy?
Because my dad was in the Navy.
Okay.
This is from my,
A friend of Arthur Litchfield sketched this picture, put him in it, and gave it to him. That is fantastic.
he flew in a plane, and he was the bomber.
Mm.
So he didn't fly it. Now, let's see. These
Wait, your brother was a bomber?
No, my dad.
Oh.
That's my dad. Over in France. These are just discharge papers from Laurie. And then this is when we came to Dallas and visited my folks. And
Little baby Janice.
yes,
Look at cute little baby you.
yeah.
oh,
I used to dress him. There should be a picture here of it. There.
Oh,
Isn't that cute?
look at you. Tiny little baby Jan. Little baby my mom, which is a weird phrase to have to say out loud.
This was in Peoria.
All right, well, back up a page.
Oh,
You skipped over your Rat Pack photo. I want to see what that is.
this?
Nope, it was a page between those. This one right here.
Oh, okay.
New Year's Eve in
That.
Dallas, Texas. Ringing in the New Year, 46. These are the people Larry worked with when we were in the Sylvan Club.
Yeah, the one of the girls and her husband were going to have a party, and so they invited Laurie. He was new in the office, and so we thought we were going to be at the house. So then when we get there, they're waiting for all the other people, and I thought, this is funny. And Laurie looked at me, and he says, I think we're into something. And, So then they went to this club.
The Sylvan Club.
Yeah, and that's where we spent New Year's. If we had had our own car, we would have left.
Oh, yeah? Not a good party?
Well, they all got started drinking. We don't drink.
Okay.
And so it was, we were bored, actually.
Watching other people drink isn't fun.
No,
I've been there.
They were cracking jokes, and they were funny, but I don't know. I thought, I told him, I said, we don't want to go out with them anymore, do we? He said, no.
Not a big party club couple? Now, at the time, did you self-identify as Baptist, or was that later? He was raised in the Baptist church, but what about
He
you?
was raised in the Lombard Gospel Church.
Okay, but this is 46. By that time, we're...
Well, we were going to a Baptist church.
Okay.
Oh, and we were in Dallas. And there, you have church, and then there's a space, and then there's Sunday school afterwards. Well, while you're waiting for Sunday school, all the men go out and smoke.
Okay.
I was shocked. And Lori and I said, good heavens, look what they do. And he says, well, he says, some do and some don't. And so I couldn't get over that. And I was telling somebody when we came back here, and she said, oh, our church did that. She
They had a
said,
smoke break.
it's something they do.
I've never been to a church that had a smoke break. Coffee break, yes.
Coffee break, yes. I mean, that's what I expected when everybody said, come on, let's go. And they pick up their coffee, and there's a table there. I should have taken a picture of it. And they would put their coffee down and light up a cigarette and between coffee and cigarettes.
Okay.
So
Well,
that's what they
I guess
wanted.
better at church than anywhere else.
Yeah, that's cute. That was on Easter.
Aren't they? Oh, you gave them little Easter bonnets.
Yeah. And, oh, this was at Christmas time.
That's a color photo. There's not a lot of those in the album here.
Well, after the war, you could get colored film.
Grandma Litchfield's house in Pekin in 46. Pekin?
Yeah, that's near Peoria.
Yeah, I know where it is. I didn't know you had family in Pekin. For some reason,
Well,
my
my
head...
dad was transferred from Chicago to Pekin. No, Chicago to Dallas, then to Pekin. And it was the largest plant that they had in the States. And he was the manager of it. And so
So were you living in Peoria at that time? Or?
we were living in Peoria because Lori was going
to Bradley.
Graduating.
Oh, okay. So is it just coincidence you guys wound up near each other like that? Or did you pick Bradley because it was near family?
It was coincidence because he couldn't get into Northwestern. By the time he got out, discharged, all the colleges were getting filled. And so he went to Bradley because they had engineering school there. And he said that a couple of weeks later, they were filled. And they had trailers all over the place.
Oh, yeah. The
And,
temporary classroom.
Yeah. And so he said, we met one of the teachers. He said, oh, there's an engineering teacher when we were down in Florida years later. And they got to talking about it. He says, he says, I always had kids, young kids, laughing and joking, and sometimes they do the homework. You people came in and wanted even more. He says, you do it, you ask questions, and he says, you were all so serious. And he says, I couldn't get over that. So,
Well, I think once you realize that proper engineering either keeps the plane in the air or it doesn't, you realize the importance of it.
yeah.
Oh, nice. See, again, the color photos come in much earlier than I thought. So that's Tom then. Right, the little pudgy baby there.
Yeah.
See, I'm looking at these two, and I'm like that. They remind me a lot of Janine's girls.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's kind of what they look like now. Ellie looks like you. She's the quiet one. Doesn't that look kind of like Ellie does now?
That's me.
I know it's you. I'm just saying, doesn't Ellie look like that?
Oh, I said that when I looked at her. Yes, she does. She's got a lot of me.
Yeah.
personality and stuff too.
But then I thought you and
That's
Janine
a-
around 9 look a lot the same.
Oh,
So-
it was in the paper. He was an honor student.
Oh,
And
good.
so this was for that.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. He's hiding in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Those
gonna
were the
have to-
engineers that were honor students.
Students at Bradley University. Tau Sigma, honorary engineer fraternity.
Your, the one,
And he died of a heart attack. So he never got there.
They were going to move to New York,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
They
Okay.
wanted to go- most of the employees, well, worked in, or rather lived in Peekskill. So someone else had said, that knew him, he says, I'll look around for houses for you. And then they take the train and it takes an hour to get into New York. And he says that we're all there, and he says, we all try to take turns staying awake coming home, and the rest of us sleep for an hour. So, but never happened.
What's this picture from?
Oh, I won a contest, a song contest on the radio, and so they said they would come out and take a picture. So I thought, okay. So I said, wait a minute, let's get you a pipe. So I take one of my dad's pipes and gave it to him. I thought it was very sophisticated.
Okay. I was going to ask. He didn't smoke a pipe, though.
No, he didn't.
That was just for the picture. Okay. I wanted to make it look a little Norman Rockwell.
Oh, this was Bud Sprecher.
Arthur Clinton Litchfield Jr. Mm-hmm. Service dates from 44 to 46. Navy man. All right, wow.
And then I don't know what that is.
Bradley University. Bachelor of Science in General Engineering.
What's you,
Oh, that's over
hon?
there.
Oh, that was our house in Yorkfield.
Yeah.
And these
Oh, tiny time.
we took those for Christmas.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
house you bought in Yorkville. Wow, look at that little Christmas card. You lived in a Christmas card.
Yeah, we did our own. And then what is this?
These are the people Lori worked with at Page Engineering in McCook, Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there he is in the middle there.
oh,
My daughter's like that. She's always in the center of any photo she's in.
yeah.
Nice.
Okay,
So was he friends with the people he worked with? Like, would he hang out with any of these
yeah.
people on the
we
weekend?
we had some friends we used to go out to dinner with.
okay then.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Joe and his wife, can't remember her name.
All right, then. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Cool.
$200.
How long did he work there? It's like 30 years?
Yeah, over 30 years. I don't remember. He had lunch with Scott Carpenter, the astronaut.
Oh, really?
When this, and I thought I had. They took pictures. I guess I didn't have to bring. I don't know where it is.
You got 7 more books.
This was for Santa Claus.
I had meant to ask you about that. I'm sure I asked you about this before, but I couldn't remember. Did you teach your kids that Santa was real? Like a lot of parents do?
I've never said he was real. I just said it's Santa Claus is coming.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, so who's Santa here? Is that like a mall Santa? Oh, wait. Goldblath's department store in Oak Park, 1949.
Mm-hmm.
Goldblatt's?
It's
So,
a big store.
Like Macy's?
Yeah.
Now, did your kids ever cry when you brought them to Santa?
No.
Okay. That's become a Christmas trope is you put the toddler on Santa's lap and they scream and cry.
This is a building our house.
Oh, yeah.
So it was 52, I think, we started.
Spring of 52, it says.
Yeah.
Moved in at the end of August.
We were our own contractor. He got hired the carpenters. He watched them, told them what to do and what not to do. It
There. It's a picture of Tom. He's wearing a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer sweatshirt. That's festive.
well, this was the wedding of Tom,
Oh,
or
my
rather
gosh.
of Bud and Teddy.
I'm sorry. I'm up here at Tom dressed as a cowboy.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Oh, he loved that.
That's elaborate. And is that a drum set? Is this a drum set?
Yeah.
Man, That is a classic chunk of Americana.
And he,
Couldn't stage something better than that.
I thought maybe he'd take drums, but no, my kids really, the only one really that was interested in music was Jan.
She
And
played piano.
She played for 7 years. Now she could really play.
Piano?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't she play something else too, like flute or clarinet or something?
No,
Just piano?
yeah.
Yeah.
She wanted violin. We got her somebody was going to get rid of their violin, so we took it. And then she got rheumatic fever. And she was in bed off and on for a year. And so when then she went to high school, and when she never got around to the violin. And so I never picked it up at Marguerite's house. So,
I have a violin in my closet, and I have no idea where it came from. But every now and then I'll be in my closet, and I'm like, hey, there's a violin in here. And then I'll forget about it.
well, maybe I forgot that I didn't give it back.
I don't know. I honestly have no idea where it came from.
Well, here's all the kids. Well, not all of them. There's Dee Dee.
And who's the tiny little dog? You had a Chihuahua.
That's the Skoshi. Skoshi is, in Japanese, that's small.
Ah. Janice, Patsy, and Tom at the Lakefront Chicago. Oh, I've been there lots of times.
Yeah.
That's near the planetarium.
Mm-hmm.
And this is... Okay, so this is... That little blonde girl there, that's Dee Dee around the time she had heart surgery. Skochi means tiny in Japanese. And there's the next year dressed as sailors and cowboy. Very nice. We got some fun photos of the kids.
Yeah. I took lots of pictures.
So were these pictures taken at home, all of these?
Probably, yeah. They were probably taken at home. Lori took these,
Nice.
and he took this. This, he had, is it he in this? No.
Nope.
That's right, he didn't like his picture taken.
Didn't he?
No.
Why not? Good looking guy.
I don't know. But very seldom did we have a picture of him.
Well, he would have made a lousy millennial. That's all we do is take pictures of ourselves now.
This was Christmas time.
This is Rusty Litchfield sitting on my lap. You're Rusty's godmother. Alright.
Bud's oldest.
Oh, so that would have been your nephew.
Yeah.
Is that Dee Dee on a rocking horse?
Mm-hmm. She got that for Christmas.
That's adorable. And this, everybody's dressed up in their Sunday best.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. Peter Pan. So you went to a studio for that one,
Oh,
I assume.
I guess we must have then. No, I think they came to the house.
Oh, okay.
Now, what did I win that time?
You won another photo contest?
Yeah.
Or won a photo
Because I
package?
never paid for those. I can't remember what that was. I can't remember what on the radio what it was. I think it was some song. This. I don't know. It was through the radio. I know that. I can't remember what I won.
Well, there's everybody.
Yeah. He put the timer on the camera.
Very nice. And still no Larry yet.
No.
Man, you guys had a lot of history before he showed up.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Dee Dee.
Nice. Wow. These color snapshots, like in my head, that shows up in the 80s, but clearly
Oh, Tim.
that was the late
Oh,
50s.
did that. Oh, let's see what do we got here.
Okay, so this is the plane that he co-owned with a couple other guys.
Yeah. There were two of them, two planes. I got,
So it just went flying for fun on the weekends.
yeah. Yeah, he went in.
That's the Elmhurst house. I recognize that.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is you in the middle,
Is it?
and it looks like you're making a face like you are greatly offended by something. Do you have any idea what the story is behind that? Somebody's potato salad was bad? I don't know.
Tom made that. I thought it was so cute.
Nice.
And then this here,
Go-kart.
yeah, a go-kart.
Your scooter.
Lori made it for Tom.
Cool. They did engineering things together then.
Yeah. And
Build stuff.
It didn't go too. He was mad because it didn't go too fast. So Lori said, "You either go over that way, or I'll take the motor out, and you have to use your feet." Oh, never said another word.
Right. All right. Okay, now Larry showed up here.
Yeah.
That one's Larry. Mm-hmm. Looking a little cross-eyed at the camera there. Oh, man. There's not a date on here, but when was Larry born?
Well, let's see how
It's 59, wasn't it?
he was born in. Yeah, no. Born in. Let's see, Janice was. 59. Because
Yeah.
Dee Dee was born in 52.
So this is probably 60, if I had to guess, by the size of him.
Probably, yeah.
There's 1960, everybody.
Okay. There's another one of us.
That's cute.
There's Larry.
Yep. It's impossible to get the baby to look at the photographer.
Right.
But if he's not crying, you're doing really well. That's what I've learned.